you guys. So today is the day we're going to overwinter a couple of these pepper plants. These are the two pepper plants that I used for the diaper goo test video to see if one would keep more water than the other. This was a control. This was the one with the diaper stuff, that goo that retains water in it, and it actually worked, but I still have to put together a video for that. But anyway, that's where this came from. And what we're going to do today is overwinter these. So the first thing I need to do is to remove all the peppers that I still have on the plant. And then we're going to do some cutting on it. So I'm going to need two hands for this, so I'm going to get busy and do that right now. All right, so while we're doing this, let's talk about a couple things. First off, when I did this last time in my last video, I left the pepper plants out here in the high tunnel and they froze, so they died. Apparently pepper plants are tropical, no shit, right? And if they freeze, they'll die. So I have since learned that when I overwinter many things, I need to keep them from freezing. So pepper plants being one of them. Fuchsias, I've had incredible luck with these fuchsias freezing and then coming back, but they're not supposed to freeze either. So the first thing I need to do is figure out where I'm going to put this, because I'm going to need to either keep it somewhere that it's going to be around 55 degrees or slightly less for short periods of time. So my garage is still going to freeze this winter, but I'm going to start out there and figure out where I can hide one in the house. So they need to be approximately 55 degrees or warmer, and in an area, initially we don't care if it has light on it, but after a while they're going to need a couple hours worth of light a day, although they don't need much watering. So let them dry out entirely and then water them a little bit. That one has been chewed on. Water them a little bit and just kind of keep them going from dry to water, dry to water. I'm not much down here. So there are quite a few plants actually that are perennials. So because we can overwinter this, we know that it's a perennial. So we've got fuchsias that are perennials, peppers are perennials, even tomatoes are perennials, which is interesting. And some beans are perennials, and I'm going to try to overwinter some beans this season too. So what I'm going to do here, and let me take her off your stand, is find the Y sections. Most of peppers will grow in kind of a Y, especially if you pinch back the middle growth. And like here, it's a nice Y section. And I'm going to cut back the stems and stuff off those Ys, and then I'm going to remove all the leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and, gosh, it's a loud day out here today. I'm going to just get going and do all the cutting, and then let's talk about what we do next. Alright, so now we've got our plants both just naked. It's hard to cut your plants that you've lovingly grown and leave them like this, but we're going to try to, get them to survive. So, next steps. These were already in containers. If they were in the ground, I could have pulled them from the ground and then transplanted them into pots, but they're already in pots. So one thing about taking these inside is that the soil in here has been outside, so there's probably little critters in there, bugs, and things like that. Because I'm going to put these in my garage initially, I'm not very worried about it. But if I end up bringing them into my house, what is recommended to do is to unpot, check the root system, look at it and see if there's any bugs in there. If there are bugs in there, you can literally rinse them away with water and get down to like a bare root and then repot in fresh dirt. What I'm going to do initially is just give this a good spray with neem oil and bring it into the garage, and then I'm going to figure out a place that I can put these in my house. So hopefully we will get 2 peppers surviving next year, and that would be awesome. And the reason we do this is just to get a head start on growing food in the spring. They're not going to grow over the winter time. They're not going to flower. We're not going to get any fruit from them. We're just simply keeping them alive, so they'll start producing earlier next year. And apparently you can keep these plants alive for years and years and years, and they'll produce more fruit. They're more fruitful if you do it. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to now start chopping up the fuchsia, and this is bell pepper I have here, and I'm going to cut it back as well and give it a try on overwintering. You know, why not, right? So there you have it. Let me know if you guys have any questions.